Once you have clear responsibility, then you are no longer a deputy. A deputy is a spare wheel. An heir to the throne is not the king. A wayward member of a party supporting the interest of another party.
Yes.
Campaigning for a candidate that is in another formation in competition with ODM. The law is clear. Use that law. Don't bother Senate. Don't bother the county assembly. I'm telling the courts today, if these by-elections, the results are contested in court, and I hope someone tells the Chief Justice, if you cannot determine these by-elections in 3 months,
Very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinya. I'm glad that you're here with us. I'm here with Professor Herman Manyora. Prof, how are you?
good.
I'm looking at what is taking place in the southern part of this country, of course, South Nyanza. Let me talk of that particular, and specifically Homa Bay County. Recently, we had the by-elections take place in that particular place, and of course, the ODM candidate in Kasipul won resoundingly. Of course, that was a hotly contested election, but then we're now seeing the casualties of that particular outcome, because here, Boyd Were has now been sworn in as the member of parliament for that particular area, and of course, he floored Philip Aroko. But then there is a war between the deputy governor Oyugi Magwanga and Gladys Wanga, the chairperson of the Orange Party, because the deputy governor openly supported the other candidate, that is Philip Aroko. And as much as they lost right now, he is being stripped of some of the responsibilities within the Homa Bay County government. How do you weigh in all these happenings in this particular part of the county?
That's politics. Gladys Wanga is perfectly in order to relieve Magwanga, am I getting
yes,
right? Magwanga with his extra duties. When you are deputy governor, those are just extra. There's a gray areas. I don't know, it's a gray area. Because if you are looking at the national level, since 2013,
yes,
the deputy has never had a ministry.
Yes.
So I don't know whether this is legal or, okay, it's a gray area. But some governors give them dockets. So taking away a docket is in order, because as a governor, you have the power to give and...
Yes. You see, it's not actually grey as such, because if you look at it, definitely, if you look at the role of our deputy governors, you've always said here that these are flower girls. So
but even the deputy president of the republic,
yes,
the same. A deputy is not supposed... Once you have clear responsibility, then you are no longer a deputy. A deputy is a spare wheel. An heir to the throne is not the king.
Okay. So we are looking at him. He was made, of course, he was given the agriculture docket in that particular
and then removed.
To take
and there's nothing
now
wrong with that.
Now,
what will be stupid,
yes,
and I must use the word stupid, is to try and impeach Magwanga.
Well, they may decide to go to that
No,
extent.
that will be stupid because,
but then because yes,
as the chairman of the party, what the chairman can do is to use the law and have Magwanga expelled from the party. It's Magwanga ODM.
Yeah, Magwanga is a member of ODM. How can
he has already broken? He has violated the law.
Yes.
So if Gladys really wants to take action against Magwanga, the law is the refuge. He should take Magwanga to the party disciplinary. He's expelled from the party or something like that. Then that's communicated through to the political parties, registrar or whatever, then that tribunal, then he can go to court, and the court will tell him, look here, you are deemed to have left your party, and on the basis of that, you are no longer deputy governor. That's a simple matter. What is stupid is to try and impeach him. It's not necessary, because you don't have grounds. The grounds you have is to have him removed as an ODM member, and therefore lose his party, his position.
Certain people are actually weighing on this, because they're saying that if anything is to go by, having looked at that kind of situation, it's like we're just a few steps from having him impeached, because already...
No. And it will not succeed.
You see right now,
it will not succeed.
And I wonder why is it that they're so much taking...
Because the law provides you a route to use. Why do you want to bother the county assembly? Why do you want to bother Senate? Senate will not even listen to that. In fact, I would go to court myself. I'll go to court.
The people who are weighing...
Because this avenue, a wayward member of our party, supporting the interest of another party.
Yes.
Campaigning for a candidate that is in another formation, in a competition with ODM. The law is clear. Use that law. Don't bother Senate. Don't bother the county assembly.
The people who are talking of here, they're saying here that, look, ODM is not a party for just choir members, people who just sing to the tune of certain individuals. That is what they are saying here, that, look, Magwanga has his right as well to support anybody he wants.
No, that is violating the law. Just like Halwale was also violating the law. Yeah.
But you supported him.
I said he was violating the law. I was happy with what he was doing, but he was violating the law.
You were happy with what he was doing?
The narrative they were selling to the people of Western. Heshima ya mtu Muluya. Mimi ni Muluya.
Okay.
Malala, Halwale, Natembea, wanasema heshima ya mtu Muluya. I'll support that anytime. But if in the process of doing that you are violating the law, I will call you out. Yeah.
What do you make of those who are calling out Governor Wanga and saying that she's decided to rule with the iron fist at this time?
No. If she follows the route of reigning in Magwanga because of violating the political parties act, that's in order. And if he's expelled, if he's removed, stripped of his office, I'll support it. He's a good man. I'll support it. Let him go home and wait for 2022 and 27 and run against Wanga. Me, I'm for the law because I know what it means to ignore the law. I'm a student of history. I've seen enough suffering across the world over the years, across centuries, when people take the law in their own hands. I will never support anybody breaking the law. Never. That's why I say Khalwale must be called out. He was breaking the law. When you break the law, me and you, we part ways.
He was breaking the law, but his act of breaking the law there was serving the interests of his people. And that is what you said at that time.
But that's not in that. There are situations where it makes sense to break the law, as philosophers have told us. But we are not there. This is a simple by-election. This is an election. If you feel so aggrieved, if your party is doing the wrong thing, you can take leave from your party. You can resign from your party. You have an avenue. Say this nonsense. I will not be part of such a party. Then you go and support your candidate. But to do so while still a member of one party, I have called it out all the time. And I will continue doing so. Breaking the law for me is a no-go zone.
So therefore...
And that's why even the courts, I'm telling the courts today, if these by-elections, the results are contested in court, and I hope someone tells the Chief Justice, if you cannot determine these by-elections in 3 months, then there's no point in saying we have a judiciary. Because we only have 20 months to go. If you go the normal way of doing things, the law gives us 6 months to determine a by-election. My reading of that, it should be all the way to the highest level. The High Court should hear these matters, make a determination in a maximum of 60 days. This is a simple case. There's nothing complicated. So simple. And there are not many by-elections. There are not many petitions. You dedicate a court to this matter in Kakamega, another one in Embu, fully resourced with all the research department and everything functioning. In 60 days, the Mbere North thing is hard and determined. In 60 days, the court sitting in Kakamega hears Malava case, determines it. If any party is not happy, they move to the Court of Appeal. The Court of Appeal should take a maximum of 30 days to determine. And I'm advising the judiciary. Let the high courts make their judgment written in such a way the issues stick out like this. Like this. Both matters of law and everything else. So that what is it you have a quarrel with? Is it the law or is it whatever it is? So that when a matter goes to the Court of Appeal, it shouldn't appear like you are starting all over again to hear the case. You saw with the BBI.
Yes.
It was like they are hearing the case at the Court of Appeal. Almost the same as the Supreme Court. No. So it should be 30 days at the Court of Appeal. And don't let anybody who wants to argue with me sit down with me to tell me how it can take more than 30 days. And then, if somebody wants to go to the Supreme Court, 2 weeks. Because there must be an issue where they're taking the Supreme Court. One issue. One. Clearly. It has been distilled at the High Court. It has been further processed at the Court of Appeal. Why would the Supreme Court take more than a week? Especially given now we have only 20 months or so remaining to the next election.
Okay.
So if these matters go before court, and I'm bitter because I'm seeing these matters at Nairobi Hospital, the courts do not know that as you play around with cases in the judiciary, people who need not die may be dying in Nairobi Hospital. The only hospital of that level we have that gives the UN confidence to have offices here could be going down. You get what I'm saying? An investor making a decision to come to Nairobi because there's a hospital, like I've said before, is changing his mind because previously he thought there was Nairobi hospital, a hospital they could go to, and the seat is going down. And the judiciary just doing cases like, so they should not do this with the petitions. And I'm begging them, because I'm speaking from the bottom of my heart, that if these matters go before the courts, they must be determined in maximum 4 months. 4 or 5 months.
Finally, let's look at this, because this by-elections actually in the Luanyanza region was actually to test the strength still of the Orange Party.
Yes.
The people who argued back then that Raila is dead and so is ODM. Yes. And of course, if you look at even the likes of, it's called Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, this is a system politician who's been here, and this is actually his own area where these campaigns were going on, and he decided to campaign for the other person, and yet still ODM won. And so going by the results that were posted by the IBC, I can confirm here that they won, and there was a resounding win that we saw there. For some, they see this as a statement by the Orange Party that even post-Raila, they still have influence in that particular region. What do you say?
It's possible. There are many people who wish ODM would die because Raila has gone. Enemies of ODM. They must be proved wrong. So when ODM wins in Magarini, when they win in Kasipuru Kabondo, ODM is still alive, and we clap. But those victories must be genuine victories.
Are you questioning the victories in Ugunja,
no,
Kasipuru?
like Kasipuru Kabondo, there were issues that are raised. Yeah.
Ugunja, it was a clean sweep?
Yeah, Ugunja, there was no contest. Yeah. But for Kasipuru, there are issues. People have raised issues. I have not had time to look at them. If they go to court, we shall see how they are canvassed.
But so far?
So far, it's good. It's good that ODM shows it is still alive. ODM cannot be allowed to die. No. We can't allow ODM to disappear. The party of Baba, the party of democracy. No, we cannot allow it. No.
But those whom you are accusing of having an attempt to kill the
strangle
party are the same ones who are campaigning and winning down here.
They're the ones
who campaign.
That is the story. They should not have used that maybe to play games with the election. So that they can prove they are in control, especially to their master. That will be wrong. I'm for fairness. I know what unfairness can lead a country into.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is a good point to wrap up this conversation. Definitely you can weigh in and tell us what you think regarding the kind of things that we're witnessing in Homa Bay County. The Gladys Wanga, the chairperson of the Orange Party, and Joseph Oyugi Magwanga, the deputy governor of that particular county, as well. Weigh in and tell us what you think. Subscribe to our channel here, and of course, reach to us, partner with us, and we'll be more than glad to talk to you and engage you as well. Allow me to stop for now till we have this conversation again. Have yourself a lovely day. Thank you for watching. My name is Evans Okenye.